Good morning. In today's video, we are going to work through lesson 1 of our new software called Google Sheets. If you have any experience with Excel or spreadsheet-based software, then you should be familiar with Google Sheets, but I am going to start from the very beginning, assuming that you have not. Today, we are going to be going back and forth between our Excel 1 vocabulary sheet, which is an assignment that you will fill out with me while you watch this video. So go ahead and take a second to split your screen. Remember that you can hold down your minimize and maximize button and sort of drag to the right, and it will snap or lock over to the side. And you can do that for each side. So while I'm going through the vocabulary, you're also going to have open a brand new Google Sheet file. So the way that you're going to do that is from your drive, you'll go to your waffle. Let me scoot me down. The little series up here on the top right corner of 9 buttons right here. This waffle is where you'll click to go to your Google Apps and then choose Sheets, which has a green icon. Once you click Sheets, first of all, you can see that there are a variety of templates that you can use in Sheets. When you open this up, you can see that there's budgets that you can put together. You can do calendars and schedules, planners, etc. We're not going to work with any templates in this class, but I just wanted you to see that they were available. Instead, we're going to click the very first page here, which is to start a new spreadsheet. Once you start a new spreadsheet, now you can see that you have your first Google Sheet document open. The purpose of this software is for you to do, it's really all number-based. We'll learn some of the terminology and mechanics of the software by typing in words. But if you're thinking about this application in the real world, you're most likely going to see numbers. Excel or Google Sheets is made for calculating. So we're going to do all of our work in Google Sheets. But for 10 years in a row, I've only been teaching Excel. So if you hear me say Excel, just know that from this point forward, I mean Sheets. It's interchangeable. You'll only be in Sheets and not Excel, but I'm sure that I'll say Excel accidentally multiple times. So the first thing that we'll do is over here on the left-hand side, you're going to click and type in practice 1 for the name of the file. This will go into your daily activities subfolder that you have for computer applications. Now, the way that you read this is that we have a series of letters. These letters are indicating a column which moves up and down. Our numbers on the left-hand side indicate a row which moves left to right. So one more time, columns are up and down, shown by letters, and then rows are left to right, shown by numbers. So whenever you look at this, if you've ever played the game Battleship before, then this is going to make sense to you. But when I click on a cell, which is just one unit or rectangle inside of Excel, its name is going to be the combination of the letter and number. So right now, I'm on cell C5. I want you guys to go to the cell that matches your first letter of your first name and the date of your birthday. So the first letter of my first name, Bethany, is B. And then I'm going to go down to 26th because my birthday is March 26th. And I'm going to type the word birthday. So the cell that I put in was B26, and then I type birthday. You guys go ahead now and click on the first letter of your first name and then corresponding date for yourself and type birthday. Now that that's done, you can see that up here, I have in my formula bar, which we'll look at a second with our vocabulary, the formula bar displays the contents right here of your cell. So if you ever typed something wrong or needed to make a change to what you've put in your cell, again, a lot of this will make a lot more sense as we get more deeply into the software, but this is where you'll make your edits in your formula bar. Okay, so I have right now a worksheet, an Excel worksheet, or sheets. And then if you have a group of them, that's a workbook. So over here, I want you to click your Excel 1 vocab definitions. And then let's start pulling together some of this vocabulary. A group of Excel worksheets is a workbook. One page in Excel, worksheet. Sheet name at the bottom of the workbook is a sheet tab. Now going back over to our practice one, I'm going to leave these here. The good news for you guys is that you can go ahead and pause me and fill this in. So I'm going to talk faster than I would if I were in class, because you have the privilege or the ability to be able to click pause and just get caught up and then push play again. So now that you have these three, let's go back over to our practice and look at that. So let me see if I can move. I have a toolbar right here. It's not going to let me move it. Let me try something. Nope, that's not going to work. So you have sheet tabs. There we go. Thank you. I had to hide my toolbar there. You have sheet tabs here. Remember that was in our vocabulary. When you do your drop down arrow, you are now able to go in and do two things here. First of all, rename the sheet tab. Let's just call it practice. And then also on your sheet tab down here, you can do your drop down arrow and change the color. You know, that's really stylistic, but sometimes students say that changing the color helps them to stay organized with what they've got going on the spreadsheet. So go ahead again on our sheet tab. This is the default sheet tab. We've done two things. We drop down and rename. We also changed the color. One more thing that you're going to do over here is that you can see on the bottom left where I am that you have a plus button to add another worksheet. So click your plus button, and the name of this sheet is going to drop down, rename. This is going to be called Fill Handle. So again, we have practice sheet number 1, and then we have Fill Handle. Let's go ahead and change the color of the fill handle for some consistency. Now, when I click on each one of these, I now have 2 worksheets within my overall workbook of practice 1. So when I go in to open up this file out of my drive, I just have one file or workbook to open, and I can have an unlimited amount down here of this sheet tabs. Okay, moving right along, going back over to our vocabulary, let's do a couple more on this particular lesson. The next definition for your vertical labels are your column headings. Your horizontal labels are your row headings. The coordinates of a cell is your cell reference. And then the cell where you enter your data is your active cell. So go ahead and pause me and fill these in. And then let's go back over to our practice. So our column headings, that's going to be a label for what we have from top to bottom. So I'm going to go up to the top and in cell B1, the cell reference is B1, I'm going to type favorite. And then I'm going to have some row headings. My row headings are going to be pizza, ice cream, snack. And then you'll just sort of fill in what's right for you. So down to B2, so it lines up and reads correctly. Favorite pizza is going to be, for me, I'm just going to put cheese. It's in the morning for me, so I can't really think about food like that. Ice cream is going to be, I like mint. Ooh. And then my snack, which is really more of a meal, I'm going to put nachos because I do love nachos. So I have favorite pizza is cheese, ice cream, mint chocolate chip, snack is nachos, but I have my column heading is favorite, my row headings or my horizontal labels go left to right.